Hey guys, Michael from Fire and Brilliance, and today's topic is a question that we get asked all the time: the differences between custom jewelry versus mass manufactured jewelry. And I'll go over a couple of bullet points on the pros and cons, so hopefully it helps you to decide what it is that will work for you. Alright, so if you are in the market to make jewelry, it could be for a ring, it could be for a watch, a necklace, a pendant, earrings, what have you. You will have basically two main options, okay? You can either buy something that's already readily made at your local jewelry store or online and whatnot, or you can custom your own piece. So basically all that means is broken down to two categories. It's basically custom jewelry versus mass manufactured jewelry. So what are the differences? The first point is if you want it to be unique and one of a kind. Being unique and one of a kind does require custom jewelry. What that means is that, let's just say, for example, if you're to go online, if you're to go into a website such as Pinterest or to find inspirations on another website, but you do not want that exact piece. For example, if you're to see a 3-stone setting, but you like that 3-stone setting, but you want to add some detail or scroll work or inscriptions or additional melis or diamonds or natural gemstones or moissanite on that specific ring, and then add an extra basket, for example, or you want to draw it out and you want to make it uniquely yours so that it's specific to you, then that does require custom jewelry. Most of the times mass manufactured jewelry will follow a specific procedure, a specific design, and it will be mass manufactured. So it won't be specifically catered to your own unique taste. So again, if you do want it to be unique and one of a kind, then it may require that you go with the custom route. So the pro of going with the custom route is that you could definitely make it unique and one of a kind, as opposed to mass manufactured pieces. You do have to go with what's currently available. Point number 2, cost and price. So in terms of how mass manufactured pieces work, the cost distribution of labor to make multiple pieces at one time is reduced. And therefore, typically, you'll be able to get a mass manufactured piece for a much lower price point than if you are to custom your own unique piece. And the reason being is because if you're going to make your own unique piece, you're going to have to hire a designer, you have to hire a professional, you have to make that custom piece and put all that labor and time into one piece, and typically that will increase the price of the custom piece of jewelry. Say, for example, if a manufacturer is going to make 10,000 of the same rings, that allocated labor costs will be allocated within that same time frame, and therefore reduce the cost, and therefore that reduction of cost, the savings, will be passed over to the price for the end user. Okay, so the pros of a lower price point would definitely be for the mass manufactured piece versus the cons. So if you want to go with a custom piece, typically it will cost a little bit more. Number 3, the lead time. Typically, if it's a mass manufactured piece, then it should be readily available at your local jewelry store or some other location that you can find online. Again, it's because there's a lot of it and it's being distributed all over the world to different jewelry companies that are currently selling that specific design. Whereas if you're going to make your own custom piece, then it does require for you to be a little patient, because it does go through a specific process. You will have to design it, you'll have to make sure you approve it, then you have to put into the manufacturing process, which may take a couple of weeks. So that being said, if you want something right away, it may not be the best route to go with a custom piece of jewelry. But if you want to make something that's uniquely yours, and you have some time and you plan ahead, and if you're patient and do not need it right away, then you could go with a custom route. So if you want a shorter lead time, then definitely go with a mass manufactured piece. But if you do not care for the shorter lead time, but you want something that is unique to you, again, go with the custom route. Now, the last point is you do not need to settle. So in today's world, if you're working with a professional jeweler, if you're working with people that actually work with modern technology, if you're working with people that actually work with modern manufacturing companies that know how to make custom jewelry, you don't have to settle. And what that basically means is that it ties back to point number 1. You could definitely make something that's uniquely yours. We work with many people that actually let us know all the time that this piece is beautiful, but they want to add this to it. Or this piece is gorgeous, but they want to add a few more gemstones to it. So if you want to do something like that, you do not need to settle. And therefore, that's the pro of making custom jewelry, because you technically do not need to settle, because in today's world, working with a true professional that knows what they're doing, you can basically make almost any kind of custom jewelry as long as it's manufacturable. Okay, so there are specific obviously rules and guidelines to make sure that the jewelry is intact and structurally sound. So we can't just make anything that's paper thin and it won't hold up. But that being said, you do not need to settle. So there you go. So the pros of being unique as well as not needing to settle would definitely go with custom jewelry. The pros of a lower price point and a shorter lead time would definitely be for the mass manufacture piece. So again, if you are in the market and if you have some time, if you plan ahead and you want something that's uniquely yours and you do not want to settle, then definitely go with the custom route. But if you need something tomorrow, if it was something that it was just that you unfortunately you didn't plan for it, but you need it by next week, or if you need it by tomorrow, the couple of days, in a shorter lead time, and at the same time you have a lower budget, then you may want to go with a mass manufacture piece. So hopefully this information is good for you. Hopefully this information will provide you with some more education, so that when you do make a decision to purchase that piece of jewelry, that this comes handy for you at that point in time. I really hope this provided you some information as to what could better equip you, rather, when you do decide on making your own piece of jewelry or buying your own piece of jewelry, because there is a huge difference between custom jewelry and mass manufactured jewelry. So hopefully that helped you out, okay? So that being said, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment below, let us know what you like, what you don't like. If there's a topic you want us to cover, again, we do read all of the comments. And if there's a comment that is going to be requested multiple times on a specific subject, that we do put on a list, and we will eventually make a video just for you, okay? And this is the thing that I'm holding right here. It's called a bell. This is actually a real bell, but then the digital bell is a notification bell on YouTube. Go ahead and hit that, so that anytime a podcast, a seminar, a showcase, or anything else, another video behind the scenes that we do post on our page, you will be notified right away, so you can get the best and greatest content on all things jewelry here at Fire and Brilliance. Thanks again, and I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.